Y'all know why I'm here. Y'all know why I'm here. I don't even know why y'all looking at me like that, because you know why I'm here. Hold on. Before we start, let me get my shirt in it. You see it? Okay, we back. Welcome to REE-Action Monday, where me, your host, Ree, a.k.a. the Black Adam Scheffner, reacts to the games of the week. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Week 2, baby. Kicking off week 2, we had our Thursday night game. It was the Minnesota Vikings at the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles. A game which the Eagles won by a score of 34-28. I know a lot of Eagles fans weren't too happy with some of the things they seen in the game, mainly the play calling, and I'm not mad at them, because I can say some of the play calling was absolutely trash. First of all, why are you running Jalen Hurts like he's a running back? I get it, he can get yards, but there's no need for that. You got a guy, DeAndre Swift, who went for 28 carries for $175 and a touchdown. Those quarterback design runs, they're cool and all sometimes, but they were doing it way too much. The Eagles defense dominated, as you probably would expect. Jalen Carter was an absolute dog. He was a nightmare for that offensive line. Kirk Cousins gets a lot of flack, but you guys got to take a look at that offensive line, because they are not that great. Outside of Cousins and Jefferson, there's not much really going on in Minnesota that they should be looking forward to. Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback at all. He definitely could get the job done. If you look at his stats over the year, he's proved that. But it seems like Philly kind of has these guys' number. They usually get him every year, whether it's the playoffs or the regular season. Jefferson did get his payback on Slay. He kind of lit him up. Happens. Overall, it was a good game, though, up until the end. I know a lot of Eagles fans, like I said, were not too satisfied, and now you got did they figure out Hurts? I personally posted it myself. Sometimes I like to throw a little bait out there just to see what people say. I gotta poke the bear a little bit, stir the pot up. But nah, you guys shouldn't worry. Hurts will be fine. The offense will figure it out. The defense will hold you down. Minnesota, I don't know. That's all I got to say on that one, because I had Minnesota fans mad at me the other night, all in my comments. The next game we had was my defending Super Bowl champions. Don't forget the Super Bowl champions, defending Super Bowl champions. Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars, a game that the Chiefs was able to win 17-9 on the road. A lot of people their rebuttal when I say something about their team is, you look at the Chiefs, they don't look too good. Look, bro, I'm not worried about the Chiefs. Do you know who our quarterback is? Y'all should be worried that the Chiefs defense only gave up 2 touchdowns in the last 2 games. And we played against 2 good offenses with young talent all over the field. But I'm not worried. I don't like to really talk much about my team. They got the job done. They need to clean up the penalties, clean up the turnovers. But a win is a win. And that defense, Chris Jones back, Sack Nation, baby. We'll be fine, though, people. I'm not too worried. I laugh at you guys when you bring my team up as defense when I say something about your team. Because most of the time, y'all don't even have any valid points or opinions. You just say, your team's not that great. But, last time, I'm not worried. We had the Chicago Bears at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a game that the Bucs won 27-7. Baker Mayfield looked good. I've been a big critic of Baker in the past, but maybe he's found his home. I touched on it a little bit last week, but maybe Baker has found his home. The Bears still look like the same old Bears. I thought they were going to be all right. They made some moves in the offseason, picked up DJ Moore, signed some new guys on that defense. They got a lot of cap. They picked up draft picks. They're not good. They're just not a good team. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're cursed. I don't know what it is, but they better do something. Green Bay Packers at the Atlanta Falcons, a game that the Falcons were able to win 25-24. Nail biter. Bijan Robinson, y'all. Bijan Robinson. Get used to hearing that name, y'all. Offensive Rookie of the Year. They might as well give him the award already. Have y'all seen the kid play? 19 carries, 124 yards. He's making it look easy, y'all. He's making it look easy. Atlanta done found him one. Jordan Love for the Packers look good. Looks comfortable. Looks like a quarterback that's been in that system a couple years. He knows the system. They lost, but he still looked good. The Falcons move on to 2-0. Can they win that division? I don't know. We're going to have to see. We'll see. The battle of the rookie quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud versus Anthony Richardson. The Colts at the Texans. A game that the Colts were able to win 30-20, despite Anthony Richardson getting knocked out with a concussion. Before that, though, he did have 2 rushing touchdowns. And as I said, Richardson is the best quarterback out of this rookie class, hands down. It's not even close. He looks the most comfortable. CJ looked good too. He'll be all right, but it's just the situation. The Texans aren't a good team. There's not much going on. Then we had our first of 2 overtime games this week. We had the Seattle Seahawks at the Detroit Lions, a game that the Seahawks were able to win in overtime 37-31. Now look, this is what I was talking about with the Lions. Last week, y'all was celebrating Gatorade Bash. You beat the defending champs. C.J. Gardner-Johnson in there with the ski mask on like he robbed us out of the playoffs. Then you follow it up with a loss. You knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. Then you lose to the Seahawks the next week. You're supposed to build on that momentum. I'm disappointed in the Lions. That's a team that I actually like watching. I do cheer for the Lions. They got a lot of young talent. Jahmyr Gibbs, watch out for him. That's another rookie running back that's going to be a name in this league. Geno Smith for the Seahawks looked like he was back on track. Had a tough week last week, but this week he was back to himself that he was last season. We'll see how this season plays out for the Seahawks. The Lions, I don't know what to expect from them yet, because they go do what they did last week, then they followed up with this. I don't know. We'll see. Then we had the where are they from? L.A. The L.A. Chargers at the Tennessee Titans. All these teams switching where they're from. But that was a game that the Titans were able to win 27-24. Another overtime win. I don't have much to say about the Chargers. I'll get to them on a later segment. But the Titans, how far can they really go? It's too early to tell. It's kind of like as far as Henry's going to take them. I still don't expect them to be a playoff team, but they could definitely ruin some teams' playoff hopes. We had the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens at the Bengals, Lamar versus Joe Shiesty. It was a game that the Ravens were able to win 27-24. Lamar's back. Lamar looked like Lamar, running, passing. Zay Flowers, he's going to be a problem, y'all. Another rookie name to look out for. Zay Flowers is going to be a problem. You can see the explosiveness. The few times he did get the ball, he had a big catch. They had him catching balls out the backfield, taking handoffs. The kid's going to be good. The Bengals struggle another week. They moved to 0-2. I don't have much to say about them as right now. We'll get to them as well in the later segment. The Raiders at the Buffalo Bills. Nice bounce back for Buffalo. They were able to win 38-10. They beat up on the Raiders pretty good. You know, I'm a Chiefs fan, so I love seeing the Raiders fail. Josh Jacobs, your last year's rushing champ, had 9 carries for -2 yards. So, you know, I was loving every minute of it. You never know what to expect from the Raiders. Another team that is too early to tell. They looked good last week, then they follow up this week with that performance. That's the Raiders for you. But as I said, Josh Allen with the bounce back. I seen a lot of people with the criticism last week. Look, when you have a playmaking quarterback like that, turnovers happen. They're going to take those chances. You got to kind of live with it. He turns the ball over a lot, yes, I know, but Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the league. We know who number 1 is. If you want to put him at 2, 3, he's top 3. It is what it is. Then we had the San Fran 49ers at the LA Rams, another team switching up their names. Again, the 49ers were able to win 30-23. Christian McCaffrey, man. He looks like he's on his way to another rushing title. I think as long as they give him the ball, they're going to be good. Purdy looked good. I don't want to not give Purdy his credit because he's good. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But I'm still waiting to see one of them big games where he actually goes out and puts up good numbers and beats a team himself. His numbers is consistent, but he's not throwing for 350 and 4 touchdowns a game. He's doing what he has to do. They have a lot of weapons, so I would expect to see some big games out of him. If not, then I am going to criticize that because, like I said, they have weapons all over the field. Debo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, who's another pretty much receiver out of the backfield. You can line them up at receiver. But the Rams aren't too bad. They're well coached. They had this one guy. I don't want to mispronounce his name. He was like a value brand Cooper Kupp, number 17. That boy was killing them. But yeah, you know, 49ers were able to win 30-23 against a division rival. 49ers look pretty. It looked like they set to make a run. So we'll see. This next one I couldn't wait to talk about. We had the New York Football Giants at the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals. A game where the Giants were able to win 31-28 after coming back from down 21. I did a wellness check on them the Giants fans at halftime, and most of y'all were not all right. Don't act like you believed in that team. Y'all thought they was going to lose. You thought he was going to have another long week. But somehow they pulled it off. Daniel Jones, I got to give him his flowers, man. He don't have the strongest arm. He's not the most athletic, but the dude does not give up, and I got to respect that. He got heart. As you want that from your quarterback, though, because that's stuff that rubs off on the team. Giants fans, I was worried about y'all, though, man. I was real worried about y'all. I thought it was going to be another week that y'all had to. I'm here for y'all. I'm here for y'all throughout the season. But nah, I'm pulling for the Giants this year, man. I gave them a lot of flack last year. I didn't go too hard on them last week, but I really am pulling for the Giants. I think they'll have a similar year to what they had last year. Saquon's hurt. That's a big deal, though. They bounced back this Thursday. I don't know if he's playing, but Giants fans, I'm with you this year. I'm with you this year. I'm not going to go too hard on y'all. I'm going to support y'all. You guys got a fan out of me just out of the effort and seeing what y'all got to go through throughout the weeks. This game we had was the Jets at Dallas. The game that Dallas was able to win 30-10. Kind of expected that. That Dallas defense is for real. Michael Parsons is a dog. Now, my boy's talking about Michael Parsons for MVP. Dallas fans, that's why nobody gives y'all credit. Pump brakes. Michael Parsons, like I said, is a dog. But MVP? TJ Watt broke the sack record and didn't get MVP. You know what Michael Parsons will have to do to get MVP from his position? Come on, y'all. Let's be realistic now. Get me tight when I see stuff like that. But nah, definitely Defensive Player of the Year candidate. But the Jets are falling apart. Let's keep it real. I'm not going to take anything away from the Cowboys, but the Jets are falling apart. It is what it is. Aaron Rodgers went out. I feel heart goes out to him. But got players deactivating their Twitter accounts, starting running back complaining he only got 4. You can't do that. You can't do that, man. It's a team sport. You might not get it every week like that. You're coming back off of an injury, too. But like I said, Dallas looks good. I'm waiting for that offense to go against a real team to find out what Dak we're going to get. Play 2 cupcakes. Well, not 2 cupcakes, but that Jets without Aaron Rodgers. Come on now. If Rodgers was playing, it's a different game. Not saying Dallas wouldn't have dominated. Washington Redskins at the Denver Broncos, a game that the Skins won 35-33. And yes, I did call them the Redskins. If anybody that tunes in feels offended, drop a comment and let me know. But my uncle was a Redskins fan. I'm not gonna not call the team the Redskins. It is what it is. Like, my uncle was a diehard Redskins fan. So I can't not, I can't not call them the Redskins. The Broncos, LOL, they're a joke. I don't have much to say about them. But shout out to the Redskins, y'all. Get that dub for my uncle. Sunday night primetime game, we had the Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots, a game that the Fins were able to win 24-17. One thing I will say is that Patriots defense is nice. I can't take nothing. That young rookie, you see that young rookie? Yo, I ain't gonna lie, he had Tyreek locked up. Tyreek went crazy last week. What happened this week, Reek? You know you're my boy, but that rookie got you this week. The Patriots need better quarterback play, though. You have that dominant defense, and it's wasted because the quarterback play is not great. Mac Jones is not terrible, but he's I don't know. A lot of Patriots fans been going back and forth with me this week on social media about, oh, he don't have no receivers. Bro, and you're in that situation, and your defense is giving you opportunities to win, you have to find a way to win. The Josh Allens, the Jalen Hurts, the Joe Burrows, the Patrick Mahomeses, they're winning that game. You give them those takeaways against a team like that, with those same receivers, they're finding a way to win that game. So I don't want to hear the excuses. There's no receivers. We don't have no real number one receivers. Save the excuses. Save the excuses. We got a new segment that we will be introducing. So, first for this segment, Chargers, step up to the podium. Fraud alert. Chargers. What are y'all doing? It's the same story every year with the Chargers. Every year we hear the same story. Oh, Super Bowl, they got the best roster. This. You start 0-2. The Chargers are currently 0-2. Y'all paid Justin Herbert all that money and y'all are 0-2. I don't want to hear the excuse that y'all don't have weapons. You got receivers all over. You got a good running back. Your defense is stacked. What's going on, Chargers? Because y'all been the favorite by a lot of people every year coming into the season, and you do the same thing every year. That's why you are on Fraud Alert. Our second team that's on this week's Fraud Alert is the Cincinnati Bengals. Man, Joe Burrow, what's going on, my boy? Joe Shiesty. You always hear about how he got Patrick Mahomes' number. Let's talk about how he's 1-5 against Lamar Jackson. When Lamar Jackson is healthy and playing, Joe Burrow is 1-5 against Lamar Jackson. You just got paid all that money. Same situation with Justin Herbert. What's going on, y'all? It looks bad. I don't know if Burrow is still hurt. If you're hurt, bro, please sit out. There's no need. I know you just got that money, but it's a long season. It's only week 2. There's no need to be out there if you're not 100%. I know y'all seen what Mahomes did last year on one leg, and now y'all feeling like, no, y'all not him. Y'all not him. Bengals, you've been on notice. Step up to that podium. Fraud alert. That being said, we wrap up week 2 of Reaction Monday. Drop some comments for me, people. Let's interact. I still like to, I know I'm not making this a status no more, so it's a little bit different, but I still want to interact. I want to hear what people's opinion on what I got to say is, and just making that engagement. Also, another thing, let me know if y'all want me to do a little fantasy football segment. I do have another football show coming for later on the week where I'll be bringing on guests, all that different type of fun stuff, dropping top 10 lists and who I think is Super Bowl contenders and all that. Reaction Monday is strictly me just reacting to these games, but my other football show that I don't have a name for yet, we're going to be talking about it all. With that being said, I am Ree, your host, a.k.a. the Black Adam Scheffner, and I'll see you next week. Happy Victory Monday to the winners, and to the losers, there's always next week. And always remember, there's no rules in reaction, baby. Peace.